So I just recorded the content for this Monday, did the whole thing, 2 different pieces, went to edit it, and it doesn't have any sound. Yeah, so I'm the sound guy. I'm supposed to be the sound expert. I've got new technology. I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 2, which is a new gizmo for me. And guess what? You got to make sure you triple check, double check, upside down check everything. And if you don't, then you're going to have no audio on your content, and it's going to be like this. And then you're going to have to try and lip read me, which I didn't think was fair. Because the content was so good, there's no point missing even a single word of it because you didn't have good lip reading skills today on this Monday. So I'm going to say it all over again. Today I'm talking about podcasting for under $1,000. So can you, yes is the answer, set up a podcast for under $1,000 for 2 people? And in this case, it's a scenario where you can be on the move. You can use the equipment here, there, and just about damn near everywhere. The only a couple of caveats, I haven't thought about video on this. Video is expensive. Good luck doing video under $1,000. So this is audio only, but it gives you an opportunity to get your amazing voice into the world, or whatever you have to talk about with your co-host or whoever it's going to be, guests, interviews, all that stuff. You can now do it because you've got my advice for under $1,000. So, piece of equipment number 1. Audio interface. So I'm going to give you 2 options here. The first one is the Scarlett Focusrite 2i2. Awesome piece of kit. It's simple, unlike the piece of so-and-so that I'm using over here that doesn't record audio, apparently. It's really easy to use. It's great if you're using 2 mics. If you need more than 2 mics, then I'm definitely going to recommend the Zoom P4, which gives you 4 options. The great thing about the P4 is you can take it anywhere. It doesn't need any power. It's got batteries. Make sure they're charged. And in which case, you can plug 4 mics in. You can have 4 headphone jacks into it, and you can record a conversation with 4 different people, provided you've got the setup on the run without actually needing a computer or any of that stuff. You can use an SD card. How freaking good. Most of the recording I do is in studios or on site, so I don't use the P4, but if you are out and about, if you're recording interviews on the run, if you're doing different things that needed flexibility, it's small, you can basically fit it in your pocket. Perfect piece of kit for that. So those are $300, both of those. So we're off to a $300 start. We're trying to go under $1,000. Can we do it? Yes, we can. I already worked out the maths. Okay, the next 2 things you're going to need are microphones. 2 of these guys, the Samson Q2U. They're awesome mics. Have a look there. There's one. They're roughly $160, $170 New Zealand dollars each. So you can get a couple of those for under $350, which is a good start. Combine those 2 together, we're at $650. Those are the 2 best mics. Those are the best mics I can recommend. If you want to know more about mics, check out my other series on low budget, mid budget, and high budget mics. If you've got a little bit more coinage to throw at it. But in my opinion, you get 80% of the way there with these mics. XLR cables, that's the thing that joins the microphone to the audio interface, and you need that. Otherwise, you're just talking and nothing's being recorded. And who's good at doing nothing in terms of recording their audio? That's me, particularly on this Monday. Must be an August thing. So 2 of those, don't spend more than $25. You can get different lengths. Make sure you get ones that are suitable for the situation that you're going to be in. And it doesn't matter what brand you buy, honestly, with XLRs, you're going to be good. Mic stands, you're going to need 2 of those potentially. You're not necessarily going to need mic stands, but if you're doing any sitting down or standing for long periods and you want to be consistent with your mic distance, make sure you're using a mic stand. You don't need to spend more than $50. I would actually buy secondhand ones of these because they're cheaper and not a lot can go wrong with them, honestly. So, yeah, that's it from in terms of mic stands. Headphones, yes, I would recommend getting headphones because for me right now I'm doing some live monitoring so I can actually hear myself talking. it builds a bit of confidence, and you can kind of go, all right, this is what I sound like. I need to be consistent from the mic, and if I'm not, then this is what happens. And then if I come back in too close, and then that's what's happening. So I can't hear that unless I've got headphones on. Same with your guests. So give your guests some headphones as well. Remember, this setup's for 2 people, so you and someone else, which covers a lot of podcasting, honestly. There's not too many that do more than 2 people at the same time. Headphones, back to those guys, the M20X Audio Technicas, just up there. Grab those for under $100. In my opinion, they're the best studio and kind of live monitoring headphones under 100. So you can get them for about 80 New Zealand dollars. And so a couple of pairs of those, and all of that together, wrapping up, comes in just under, depending on where you buy it from, just under $1,000, $980. Oh yeah. So you're ready to rock and roll, change the world. For $980, you can get started. You might need a few extra bits and pieces, headphones, cables, SD cards, pop filters, all those kind of little bits and pieces that you may need that are extras, but they're not necessary for you to start recording awesome stuff. What I want to say is, do not spend a single dollar until you're confident that the product that you're coming up with, the podcast, the vision, is very, very clear, so that you know that 1, you've got some longevity, 2, you know what you're trying to get out of it, and 3, all those things together make you feel good about progressing to a point where you're spending money. I'll never encourage anyone to spend money unless it makes absolute sense. And if it doesn't make absolute sense, ask yourself why. And if you've got an answer, ask why again. And if you've still got an answer, ask why again. And if you've still got an answer, then go buy the stuff. Just throw your $1,000 at it. If you want more information about different ones that I haven't mentioned today, then go and have a look at my other content. I've got heaps of videos on product reviews, so go and have a look. None of it's endorsed, and it's just all my personal experience and what I like to see you guys using, because nobody wants anyone using shit stuff. That's it from me. Guess where I am in the world, and win my time for 30 minutes to help with your audio visual. If you can't wait and you can't guess, just call me. I'm quite friendly on the phone, believe it or not. See you next Monday.